Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we start a brand new creative journal. So this is going to be the very first spread in my brand new creative journal, which will start in July. I am still writing in my previous creative journal. It'll end in the end of June. And after that point, I'm excited to share with you the full flip through because I know you all love seeing after the pens to see how I actually use these notebooks. But today we are going to start with this new notebook. So let me tell you about it. This is the Dragonspire notebook from Archer and Olive. They are sold out. A lot of their releases do sell out fairly quickly, so I recommend being on their email list or following them on social media or something because each of their themed releases seems to get better than the last and they sell out pretty quickly. But if you find anything at Archer and Olive that you love, code Amy Plans Things always saves you 10%, so don't forget about that. Let's take a look at this notebook. I love this one. I read a ton of fantasy, so this cover immediately called to me. It's kind of got this like holographic foil on it, which is really nice. It's got it up this too, then nothing on the back. All right, it has a fun little design here, as well as all the normal stuff we love about Archer and Olive notebooks, 160 GSM paper, this nice light dot grid. Let's see, we have two bookmarks, one with their little and on it and one that has nothing on the end. And then at the very back, we have a pocket. So that's the notebook and a pen loop. So we're gonna be using this. For our very first spread in July, we are going to be using something new. This is something from my own shop. It's hand-drawn by me and it releases on June 20th. So it is a mid-month release and I'm super excited about it. It is a Dutch Doors kit. It's just one little theme, 7 pages, Beneath the Waves. So let me show it to you and then we'll go ahead and get started. So these are set up for your Dutch doors. So they have mirror imaged stickers so that once you put one on the front and you cut it, then you have something directly on the back that will match perfectly. All right, so we've got a page of fishies. We've got some bubbles for our main Dutch door pieces. This kit is really set up to be easy for you because we have 5 long strips for your Dutch doors. So we've got bubbles, kelp, and this next one isn't realistic, but I just loved the way it looked. It is stacked coral, so I thought that was pretty fun. Then we've got some jellyfish. And so those are the 5 different long strips. And then I've got, those are all on, oh, I should tell you, these are all on clear plastic, but they all have a white ink base. I'm super excited about that. So while they aren't fully solid, like if you put something black behind it, you'll still see through it a little bit, but it'll be more muted compared to a normal sticker book. But it's like opaque. It's nice. So we can kind of layer some things together, which would be fun. Anyways, then we've got 1 page of smaller stickers on paper and then 1 page of boxes. So this kit is 7 pages long. And again, it releases in my own shop on June 20th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure you head over to grab that. And at the same time, if you were waiting on the gingham restock, the gingham tapes have arrived. They come like this, and it's a set of 8. You can also buy them individually, but you save essentially 1 tape when you buy the whole set. So people have been waiting on this. This is back in stock now. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be for July, and we're going to have my July like memories page, and I don't often use this as part of it, but I think this time we will use this because since this is on a white ink base, I want to go ahead and do some distress inks to make an underwater scene, and this page would be great for that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let me grab all my supplies and then I'll come back with you. All right, so I have the distress inks that I want. We're going to mainly use Salty Ocean, add some chipped sapphire for some depth, add some peacock feathers because I think it would look nice, and then add the Kish Flamingo. This is the tool that I put the sponge on, and then I can pick up the ink and put it on the page. You can use any ink that you have. You don't have to use this tool. You can use like a makeup brush, a little makeup sponge, whatever you have. I like this because it has the nice handle for being on the page like that. But you can use whatever you want. I like the Distress Ink brand, but again, any ink will do if you're going to try something like this. So I just thought this would be fun to do a whole scene. We are going to start by laying down the Dutch doors, and they are not going to have the ink on them. We're just going to make this scene be all Distress Inked. Maybe the last page I'll add some ink to like pull it together, but I think maybe just this is like a big decorative thing. Now, normally I start my Dutch doors here because I don't want to use this page as part of it. But because we're going to do a whole decorative thing, I'm okay with this white page being used. So let's just go ahead and get started. We have to decide what order I'm going to put my Dutch doors in because I have these 5 different ones. So let's just grab all of these. This should make it really quick and simple. You will need a cutting mat. Mine is A5 sized. It's really thin. It's a little sticky, kind of like what you'd have for a Cricut or a silhouette, so that it can hold the page a little bit while you're cutting so this page doesn't wrinkle as you go. Then I use the gyro cut. You guys know this if you've been here before. You can use an X-Acto knife. You can use any other cutting tool. You could even use scissors, though that's a little harder because as you're cutting, you're going to be turning the page back and forth and all of that. Okay, we have 5 things. One of them is going to be the back page because we don't have room to do. These would be great in a slightly longer notebook, like an 8x8, because you have so much room. We could make 2 spreads out of this, or we can just use one of these as the back one that doesn't have any cuts on it so that we can make this all fit in the A5 notebook, because our last Dutch door is probably going to be like this big, and it's going to be completely decorative and not functional at all. So let's start from the back and figure this out. Okay, so we'll have 4 cuts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go here. Okay, so let's just get a little clip, one of my little butterfly clips, and hold this down. And what order? I love the bubbles. They make me so happy. Okay. I kind of like this, the coral at the back. And then I feel like we need some other things. So like the fish next to the coral. And then the kelp. And then the jellyfish. And then the bubbles. I think like that. I think I'm going to like it like that with the bubbles at the very end. So let's go ahead and start with this. We'll only be using one. The other one we can put onto our decorative thing, as well as, you know, any of these other singular stickers. So we're going to go ahead and do this and just put this right up to the edge. Yeah, that's good. And as you can see, it doesn't go up to the very tip top because I was trying to fit these in widthwise. So if that's the case in your notebook and you have a little extra space, you can always create one little extra, like something right at the very top. I'm just looking for my extra bubbles. Here they are. So we're just going to go ahead and put a few bubbles here to fill that gap. And they do have the double-sided stickers for each of those. So you can do that with whatever you have, especially if you have like a taller notebook, you can always, you know, add to it and make it a little bit longer. All right. So I'm really excited about these Dutch door kits. One, because of the white ink base. We'll hold on to that for later, just in case. One, for the white ink base. I think that's going to be really cool. Moving forward, many of my stickers will have a white ink base because I like to layer things, and the white ink base helps you layer it all. But also I'm really excited because I have my Dutch door sticker books, right? But I do 5 themes in those. And so this one, I only had one theme that I got done for summer stuff. So Dutch Door Kit, I can still put out this one little thing and have that for y'all. So I'm excited about that. Okay, this one we save. Now we're on to jellyfish. We'll bring one page over. And we just need to make sure it's far enough in that it gets to this point. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dots in from the inside. And which side do I want? This one or this one? I think I like this one for it. All right, there we go. And you can see we have plenty of space here. And again, just because we're gonna make a scene on the last page, having like little bits of these extra stickers might be helpful to make the scene feel like it's expanding past the page. So I'm just sticking them all on the edge of my desk to use later. Save that. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut this. And there we go. The only cooler thing that I can think of that I didn't do, that I'm not gonna do, would be to, I've seen people using packing tape, like the wide clear tape, to cut part of their page and then lay it on clear so that they can put stuff through and then see through the page. And that could have been cool, so we could see this through the jellyfish, like through all of this stuff. That would have been super fun. We're not gonna do that though. I've already done this. It still looks pretty cool. But yeah, that would have been fun. All right, now trying to line it up is just the hardest part. But it is all perfectly cut so that once you line it up, it's just there and great. Oh my gosh. This makes me so happy. What I want to do is make Dutch doors easy for y'all to create. And you can use this in your planners or notebooks in any other way, of course, too. But it makes it really nice and easy to create without taking a lot of time. So let me know what other themes you want to see. I'm working on some right now. But I have a list going. So if there's stuff that people want to see, let me know. Okay. This next one, you know what? I could have kept the ends hanging off so I know where it ends. That would have been probably helpful. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, this one might not be quite long enough either, but we'll grab some more bubbles if we need to. Okay, right about there, I think. I'm just trying to make sure we get into this point. It's right about where that one is, so I see where that is. Great. We're just going to have this sit right there. Does that go to the side too far? Yeah, that goes to this. I need to tilt it. Tilt it a little bit. Bring it up a little bit. Okay. Hey, the long strips, the only hard thing is that it's rather sticky, so when you put it down, it tries to stay there. I'm not pushing it down yet. I'm just looking. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, this one is long enough. Great. I got a wrinkle. Good thing it lifts up fairly easily. That is long enough. Okay, even though it's just barely hanging over the edge of the page, I am going to leave it there so that I can see where those edges are. We'll cut that later. So let's go ahead and cut this page now. So I'm trying to get a lot done this week. It is the last 3 days of school for my daughter, and then she'll be a second grader. But my summer schedule is about to get crazy. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can these next 3 days before my schedule suddenly becomes, you know, up and down with when there's camp, when there's not camp, and all those summer activities. That looks so fun, you guys. Okay, let's grab the other bubbles. So yeah, if you love this set, it's available on the 20th, and you can save this video for watching it again and following along if you want to create the same exact spread, or you can go ahead and just make it your own, put it in whatever order you want, and go from there. I love how this is turning out. Okay, now what did we say? Did I do I wanted the bubbles at the end. You guys probably talked to me already about that I was doing it in the wrong order, but it's okay. I like the way it looks. So we're going to do fishies next, because I think kelp will look best at the end now. So we're going to do that. All right, here we go. So up to there. I want the other one because the fishies go the other way. Okay, just lay that down without sticking it down. Yeah, I want this one because this fish pops out that way. And try it here and see where it goes. The only thing is this. We're just going to go with it. This is going to be cut in further, so I might need to put some bubbles there or something. We'll figure that out. Let's go ahead and cut this and see where we're at. So yeah, if you're using a B5 notebook, these are not going to be long enough for you. My stickers are designed to fit all the way to A5 notebooks for your Dutch doors. Same with my Dutch door sticker books. There's only so long of a page you can get, but these are as long as my actual Dutch door sticker books so that we can make this work for your A5 notebooks. My other one-off sticker sheets that are not specifically made to have the full-length Dutch door in it, those are smaller. Those are typically 5 by 7, just because it's easier to ship and all of that if you only order that one thing. I had to find special envelopes to hold these if that's the only thing that is purchased. So they're big envelopes. Okay, yeah, this. Let's fill that. We had a page with some bubbles on them. All the way at the bottom. Okay, so we're just going to get some extra bubbles to fill that gap, like right here in some form. There. So it fills that. We'll figure out this page in a second, but that helps fill that gap. Great. Okay, now I'm holding up the top of the sticker to try to place down this part first so that we line it up right, so that nothing's like sticking down. I had it slightly misaligned. As you can see, it's a little bit farther away here, but I don't mind. It still looks great, and we're just going to go with it. All right, we'll trim those again in a minute. Again, looking at where things are. This one is the one that I don't know that's going to go up to the top. It's going to get pretty close, though. Cool. And we are going to do our ink before we put it down, because I have a feeling part of this is going to go over this edge, and since we're making a scene, let's just make this a whole thing. Let's ink up this whole section too. Okay, we're going to start with Salty Ocean. My fingers are going to get blue. It's just what happens going like this, but that's okay. Wait, I'm going to protect this. I don't want to get that hit, so let's just grab a piece of paper out of a notebook and do that. We'll also do it when we get over onto the other side. So I'm going to put blue everywhere and then add in some other colors on top. So I love these inks also with stencils and things like that. That can be really fun. But for an underwater scene, I just want kind of color everywhere. I don't really want patterns. I might shake the camera while doing this, so sorry. It's just a part of what's going to happen. So I buy the mini distress inks. They come in 4-packs and you can't select the colors, but it allows you to buy a larger quantity of them for cheaper. And then if there are colors that you love and go through, I buy the re-inkers. Like I've bought the re-inker for this one and one of the purples, and I just really love those. You can also buy the larger ones. They're like this big. I haven't bought them. And they just take up a little more space and they're more expensive. Then you can also buy Distress Oxide, which is similar but different. I haven't gotten into those yet, but I've been meaning to because I also want all of those. I want the whole set. Do I need them? No. But they're on my list of like wants one day. Okay, so we've got a lot of blue in here. We are going to add some patches of darker blue, like down towards the bottom and just kind of floating. Oh, I need the other one of these. I keep separate sponges for each color, so it's not mixing and matching when I'm like picking up the ink from each thing. And you can see I'm all blue now. So you can see that's darkening that area just a little bit. Let's add some right through there, a little bit right up there before getting some more over here. And I'm mostly on this darker stuff focusing down here. We'll bring it up the side a little bit too. One of the things I started with when I got into decorative planning, before I got into notebooks, I was using my first decorative foray into putting stickers on pages and stuff was using a happy planner. Some of the first stuff I did was with distress inks because I had been a card maker before. I made lots of fun cards, so I had tons of scrapbook papers, tons of inks, tons of stencils, all sorts of stuff. And I didn't have a lot of stickers. So if you scroll all the way back on my Instagram, you'll see some really old spreads using inks all over my happy planners. So this is fun to kind of get back into it a little bit. I made all sorts of scenes using these inks for underwater, for space, sunsets, blocked things off with tapes to get certain shapes. Okay, we're just adding some pops of these other colors in here because the ocean isn't just, you know, one blue or one level of blue at all the time. So having little pops of color just adds to it, I think. And we'll do a very minimal amount of pink. Okay, I think that's good on the peacock feather. Okay, last thing. This one's very light. I don't even know if we'll see much of it. It's kind of like cotton candy. And right there, we're just going to call that good. Don't need too much. It's not necessarily looking like an ocean right now, but it's fun. Okay, so now we'll get the kelp, and you'll be able to see really clearly this white ink base, I hope. We're going to do it right here. Yeah, Okay, so this is going to go into the seam really well. We're going to fold it. Sometimes when you have these folds over the edge of the page, the sticker doesn't want to stay down when it doesn't have much sticker here, because there's not as much adhesive base on this small amount versus that small amount. So on the bend, they might try to lift up. So we might get some double-sided tape to basically add a little adhesive to it, just so that it can stick down. And anytime you put something in a seam like that, you might do that, no matter the sticker, no matter the washi tape. It's just the amount of space you have of adhesive on this side. At least that's what I found. Okay, here, because we are going to make a cut, we will have to fill this in a little bit. We will have to fill this in a little bit. This, we're going to put a little bubble in, just like we have on the others. And I have a bubble left. So we'll do this so that we can cut it like that. So it would have been cool to do all of this in Distress ink, like all the way across, but it would have taken a really long time. And I didn't want to put Distress ink all the way across every page. Yeah, it just would have taken a very long time, but it would be a super cool look. Like, I would have loved it, I think. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so let's get this other one down, then we'll trim all the extra pages and finish this up. We have to make it have some function, right? This first 2 pages will be like monthly memories, like I always do. So I'll put a few boxes down for those monthly memories and then go from there. Now this may not even be visible because we're folding it over the edge, but oh well. That's all right, just making sure it sticks in there. Cool, and this one does not have any Distress ink, of course. I put it a little bit further over, so there's just a little bit to trim right here, just because I got it a little bit too far to the right, or the left. That's okay. All right. None of the parts that matter, because there's all that little bubbles. Didn't cut off any of the kelp. There. Okay. Got that. Gotta trim this. Trimming stuff right by the spine is the hardest because you don't have as much room to work. So we'll just go like this. Okay. All right. Gotta trim this one, the tiniest little bubble here, and then a bit right here. This is a really fun start to the beginning of July. Alrighty. So look at our little scene. Yeah, this one is popping up. So let's get a little double-sided tape. It's my little bucket with all my most used supplies. Which side is sticky? Just stick that down. We'll leave this just in. It feels like this one is going to come up, but it doesn't seem to be. Okay, we're just going to keep this just in case we need it. All right, so let's fill in that really quickly. Let's put some bubbles here, just because we've been doing bubbles all the way around. Wait, bubbles there too. Let's get that one done first. They don't need to really match much on this part because, I mean, it's just the tiniest little bit to fill. And again, keep that for over here. All right, this and this. Let's put bubbles here. Let's get a fish there. Okay. There we go. Not going to worry about that little one. That's okay. Then right there, we'll get a fish. Let's get one of the red ones. Do it like that. All right, I do need some letters that we'll need to get in here at the same time. So here are 2 Plannything alphabet books, part 2 and 3. I like these ones when using colorful stuff because these are on clear paper, so it doesn't have that like white outline around it. So these might be some great options, and I want to put something down before I decide where everything else goes. Or do I want to put it down after, because then I can layer it over anything? Maybe after. Oh, this is a good one. This is nice and thick. Or that one. This is even thicker. Okay, let's just see if J, U, L, and Y. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this. Just hold it here like that so we know. Let's decorate this and get our boxes in and all of that stuff. So first, we have one of these left. No, we don't have one of these left. We just have this left, and I think it will look really great as like the piece filling this side because all of this is happening. This whole side is very heavy, so we need something big over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that looks fun. I have a bunch of half stickers that we can use. So let me, once I finish trimming this, take a look at those and see which ones will work here. Just trying to not be covered in sticker bits. No, I mean, I usually am. I usually find stickers on me later. Come on. Turn it the other way. Sometimes it's easier to cut when you see the back of the page, so you see exactly where everything is. Okay, it'll be right-handed, easier to go this way. You know what? I never decorate this page right away, and I'm always really bad at it. Let's get Amy on it right now. And then let's also put a few extra stickers. Let's decorate this. Every time I make a spread, put down a sticker from the spread onto the front. So it'll be this very eclectic filled thing by the end. That way I don't have to decorate it like at one point, because you guys know I love stickers. And it'll be like a little like memory keeper of everything that I've decorated in this journal. Okay, got too many pages there. All right, so let's put down Amy first. All right, we'll come back to that. Right now, doing this. Okay, I think boxes are in order first and then everything else. So since this is my journal, monthly memories will go here, and then start journaling here. So on this, it's so small that I will probably write across the page and do this as one day. So we'll go ahead and just get one layered box for this whole thing, and then move on from there. We'll do it like this first, and then we'll come back depending on what we have left. Now this, I could do 2 different pages. This would just be less writing than normal. So if that's the case, we'll do a small set of boxes here. I'm covering that little star just because I think it'll fit really well like that. Okay. 2 large stickers here, another one of these, or do I want these both over here? No, I think we can just do one. Let's take the blue over here, and then a smaller reddish one. Okay, so on this front page, I definitely need to use that one and some other things. On these pages, we're going to use these. like that. This one doesn't really have space to have much layered there. We can add something in a second. This one, it's the blue one. So let's put it with that. Okay. I feel like this one does just need one sticker just because it needs to match. All right, so we have stickers on all of these for usefulness. This will be part of the monthly memories page. So let's go ahead. I want these ones on there. Let's go ahead and do like a little, maybe this way, because it's so small. I might want them to be written sideways. Sometimes I do that. If I have not a lot of space, I'll write this way on things. So that way I can write more easily. You don't need to write in your journal in any specific way. Whatever feels right for you. Okay, let's do, before we do that, let's decide. Do I want to use this one somehow? Oh, let's use this one over here, but there's an upside down piece stuck to it. There. Pull that part off. We don't need it. Okay, put that there to fill that gap. And then we've got, I don't want those jellyfish on the bottom, but I do want a little jellyfish strand all the way up here. I think that'll look good near the kelp. All right, so then this, I want July to be like up here. So then we'll put a couple of boxes, you know, through this section. And I can write across the empty space, you know, if I need to. That will look okay as well. Let's do it like that. Let's write out July and then see where we want the rest of the stuff. I think I do want to write it. Do I want July up here or just right? I think I want it right next to the boxes. I think that'll look really nice. Okay, that looks cool. We have 2 boxes left. They're very little. I don't think I want them here or here, but we can fill them in with some of these things. So again, sometimes I write sideways, so this will hold the date sideways. And then let's put it with this. That'll be red though. Let's put it with this one because the colors match up well. Let's just see if it covers. Yeah, not a problem. We can do that. Okay, so we finished all the boxes. Cool. All right, we've got our letters done. Now we need to decorate this, and we have a bunch of stuff that we can use down here and make our coral kind of coming across the page. We'll trim everything in just a minute. I'm letting it go over the edge of the bottom. And then now we can layer them and stuff like that. Yay, white ink base, so that I can get the stickers so that they go over each other. And while you can see a tiny bit of the rock behind it, it's not really popping through too much. And you can still see all the stickers even with the distress ink. So I think more of my stickers will be in this style, including Dutch Doors Volume 3. All of it, all of the plastic stickers, clear stickers, have that white ink base, and I'm super stoked about it. Let's see. I'm looking for fishies and bubbles to fill up the rest of this. So we're going to put some fish going like that, so they're dipping into that little gap. And I don't need stuff everywhere, but I do want to like fill it a little bit. Do I want another jellyfish on this page? We have that little bit, but this jellyfish is larger, so I don't really want that large of a jellyfish, but I do want these fish. We're just making a fun little scene. Cool. I feel like we could have something more there. So like a little set of bubbles again. Oh, we've got one already that's half cut. So let's just use that remnant. Okay, that looks really nice. These gaps, I think, add to it. So we're not going to put anything else there. We do have more stickers. I can use them another time, but also we could layer them like here and here. These pages are so full because there's not as much space. These are larger. So it could make sense to add a little bit to these pages. So let's go ahead and add a jellyfish here. And again, with that white ink base, you can see you can barely see the yellow through it. Blue's darker. You can see a little bit, but you still see the sticker. The clear sticker is not disappearing because of it. Super fun. Okay, we have that one there. Let's add some fish right next to this one since we have the fish all up front at this point. Cool. And then little bits in there. Can I put something in there to like make it more interesting? Let's add a fish right there. Do I put anything there? I don't know. I don't know. Right here, let's put a little coral thing there. But because there's no like sand that I'm gonna put right there or something, let's cut all the bases off so that it's like poking up from behind it essentially. Do this one, same thing. We will layer it. This kelp behind it's really dark, so you do see some of the kelp behind it, but again, we can still see it, so that's cool. And then the blue is right next to the blue jellyfish. Let's not do the blue. Let's do the lighter green one. All right, and that fills that whole gap. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think we're done. Let me just organize this for a minute. All right, here is, oh, no, we're not done. Trimming this whole thing. We've got a lot of stuff sticking over the bottom of the page, and it's close to the spine by the end, so it's really hard to get to for cutting. So I'm cutting it in the most awkward way possible for my hands, but if I spin it the other way, it's hard to start right at the spine for cutting. Cool. Okay, now we're done. Oh, no, we're not done. Okay, gotta put something on this page. We discussed it and then I promptly forgot. Clear sticker, or we haven't used one of these yet. Let's make a little tiny scene right here. And go like that. One fish right here. So we'll probably fill this before all the spreads are done, but this way we'll start filling it with stickers and it'll be fun. Okay, so here's our flip through. I love how this turned out. This makes me smile with all the distress ink. Oh my gosh, so much fun. All right, so here we go. This is the final result. So this is gonna be monthly memories and monthly memories. Then this is gonna be 1 day, 2, 3, 4, 5 days worth of journaling, plus all the monthly memory stuff. So that's so fun. Oh my gosh, I love it. I hope you loved this too. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.